Imagine you're at a building site and you have a boulder, that is knocking down a wall one time and another time. And it's trying to destroy the structure in order to build a new structure. So you have this machine hammering down at the wall, and little bit by little bit, it is destroying that wall. It's destroying that creation that has been built, that has served humanity for a long time. But now, just like the ghosts in the theater, when they're trying to continue on with the play, talk about things, do things, commit to things, when they're trying to keep the audience entertaining, when they're trying to keep to the status quo, but the audience are leaving and the structures are crumbling. And finally, that boulder has destroyed that building. That machine has destroyed that building entirely, and we can begin the quest for the Age of Aquarius and for New Earth. And that is because Pluto is going to be re-entering the anuretic degrees of 29 degrees of Capricorn on September 1st. And this is going to have us look at the structures of our life and see what is outdated, see what needs fixing, see what needs tearing down and rebuilding for something new. And also on the global scale, top-down hierarchical um, individuals and systems that have a hierarchy are getting destroyed. People in power, their secrets are getting revealed. They're getting destroyed. So there's a lot when it comes to this Pluto moving back into Capricorn for the last time in 248 years. For the last time in our entire lifetimes, Pluto will be re-entering Capricorn. It'll move out of Aquarius. It'll retrograde back to the 29th degree of Capricorn. So that's what's going on there. Now, I want to talk about the other astrological events that are occurring during these couple of days. On August 31st, we have the moon coming into harmonious trine with the North Node. So the moon's in Leo, the North Node's in Aries. So this represents a time where we may ride the wave of intense emotions. We might ride the wave of our emotional and psychic sensitivity that we might have at this time. This is also great for tapping into our imagination and using our imagination in practical ways. This is also good for any creative expressions that are rich and unique in your life. So if you want to creatively express yourself in a way that is filled with abundance and love, now's the time to do that. And so where do you need to get out of your comfort zone and grow? Because the North Node is all about growth. The North Node is all about here is what your destiny point is. You need to evolve to this point. That's what the North Node is about. So where and what area of life do you need to get out of your comfort zone? And what way do you need to get out of that comfort zone and grow into the person that you're meant to be in your life? We also have the moon coming into a sextile with Jupiter. So this makes it, the energy is more social, the more energy is more outgoing. It's a lighthearted, positive, upbeat time. We can really go in new directions and achieve our in destiny point very successfully. Whatever we want to go and accomplish in our lives, then this creates an optimism when it comes to going after that. So this represents being generous to those around you. This could also be meeting caring people that want to help you, that want to support you, that want to help you to grow in your spiritual journey. This could also be a time where we are having more philosophical view and outlook on our life, a more higher perspective of our life. Um, and so this could also be responding to your emotional environment in both not only an emotional way, but also an intellectual, philosophical way, because we have Jupiter in the mix. And so we want to move through our life with a higher sense of awareness for what is going on emotionally in our life. This is also wonderful for learning, for absorbing information and knowledge, and for expanding our minds, expanding our scope of knowledge. This is a time where we want to understand the complexities and intricacies of the world. We may feel more empathic or more empathetic in our relationships, which can be very helpful. This can be a time where it's good to inspire others to do their best, inspire others to go on their life mission that is positive and beneficial for them. To inspire them like, hey, you can do this thing really well, and I know that you can succeed at this. I know that you can do this in a really profound way. I know in my heart that you can excel at this. That's what this energy is about. You're inspiring others to pursue their best. This can also be forward movement as well. This can be a time where we're moving forward. We're thinking about the future. We're thinking about what we want to get done in our life. Moving forward, we're thinking about what we want to have in our life, the life that we want to live. Moving forward, not necessarily looking back at the past, not necessarily getting caught in the past versions of who we were. And this is good for having any kind of spiritual or philosophical conversation as well. And so another question to ask yourself during this time, one question to ask yourself is, does your environment, does the people in your life, do the people in your life, and does your current set of circumstances support your spiritual growth and your emotional growth, or does it not? Um, and so we can really put the pieces together. Emotional, moon, growth, Jupiter. So we want, picking out of an environment and creating an environment and finding the right people to support us on our path of emotional growth, or on our spiritual path. That becomes super important. Now, I did pull a card for August 31st from the Mystical Shaman Oracle by Colette Reed, Alberto Vallaldo, and Marcelo Lobos. They co-created this deck together. So the card that I chose for this particular day is the Medicine Wheel reversed. Hopefully I can remember to read the essence of the card. So this is what the card looks like. So this is the card upright, the Medicine Wheel. And this is the reversed picture. So I'm going to read the essence of the card from the guidebook so that you can essentially get what the card is about. Let me find it. It is card number 35. This is what it says. The essence. The medicine wheel is a sacred hoop with the four cardinal directions well marked. It represents the cycle of life, the cycle of nature, and the circular pattern of our cosmos. It has been used for millennia in indigenous cultures to bring harmony and well-being to the village. Its directions symbolize the four steps the shaman takes to become a person of power and wisdom. What this card is about is, if you've been on the fence about committing to a spiritual path, if you've been wanting to commit to a spiritual path and go on a healing journey, but you've been procrastinating on it and you've been putting it off like, oh, I'll do it later. Oh, I have a lot of these other things to stimulate me, and I have all these things that I want to do in my life, accomplish in my life, experience in my life that are other than what you need to experience or what the journey that you need to go on. Now is the time where you are looking at those things going, I am done waiting around. I'm done messing around. It is time for me to commit to spirituality, to commit to a spiritual path, to really commit to a healing path. Do the healing work that you need to do. Maybe it's doing what resonates with you on a deep soul level, doing what you genuinely want to do that feels right to you intuitively. For example, I have been putting off using the oracle cards for my own purposes, for my asking my own questions, getting my own answers, getting my own insight. So now's the time where I need to start using the oracle cards for my own purposes and start meditating for my own reasons, not just for these videos that I do every 2 to 3 days, every other day. So that's what it is for me. Um, you may miss your opportunities. Life may speed up. You may become more busy. You may lose your chance to go on the healing path. You may lose your chance to pursue what you want to pursue that is spiritual. So now's the time to start walking that path. September 1st is a big day, not only because we have Pluto moving back into Capricorn, but because of something really huge that I do want to talk to you about later, so stay tuned. A little aspect that we have going on in September 1st is we have the moon coming into a conjunction with Mercury in Leo. So the moon's in Leo, Mercury's in Leo. Our emotions are more changeable. Our emotions are more mutable at this time. We're more likely to have mood swings, feeling this way now, feeling that way later. Um, it is not the time to make sound and logical and practical decisions because your emotions can cloud your judgment, and your ability to make pragmatic decisions. This is great for expressing of your feelings. Communicate those feelings. Don't hold them inside. Find a way of expressing those feelings. That way other people can understand them. Is it having conversations? Is it seeing a therapist? Is it moving your hand through the blades of grass and contemplating the leaves that are flowing down the stream? However you can express your feelings, this is the time to do that. Now, Uranus is going to go retrograde. This is big. Uranus is the planet of revolution, shake-up, stir-up, surprises, innovation. It's a maverick energy that represents revolution and rebellion. This planet is going retrograde at 27 degrees of Taurus, moving all the way back to 23 degrees of Taurus. So if you have any planets, points, or angles between 23 and 27 degrees of the fixed signs, Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, you will feel Uranus's energy very, very deeply and very powerfully, and it's palpable for you at this time. Retrogrades can indicate miscommunications when it comes to Mercury retrograde, that is. Uranus is also the futurist. Uranus is also ahead of its time. We're thinking about the future for humanity and for our lives and for ourselves. How do we want to innovate this? It's that kind of thing. This can be new things and new perspectives coming to the forefront here. And know that you don't have to destroy all that you built in order to create change, because you may feel the need to wipe everything out that you've built, to destroy every structure, every foundation, everything that you have built for yourself, and totally rip it out and start anew. But you may regret that decision when Uranus is stationary. So don't give in to the impulsive energy of wanting to rip everything out. If you are planning on deleting videos, make sure you think your decision through before just deleting the whole channel of the YouTube videos that you've created. Guilty as charged, and I am still recovering from my guilt of doing that back on August 29th, 2021. I also deleted videos on August 13th, 2022. So both of those dates are dates that stick out in my memory where I have made obsessive compulsive decisions of suddenly deleting things out of impulse without thinking it through. And I feel like I will forever be guilty for that. I'm still working on forgiving myself for that, and it's taking a lot of work. And hopefully by using the oracle cards, going back to what I was saying earlier, that work can accelerate for me. So this is the time to listen to the song I Want to Break Free. And this is the time to break free from what's holding you back. What is holding you back? Who is holding you back? from being your authentic self? Is it a parent? Is it a friend? Is it a guardian? Is it a step parent? Is it an organization? Is it a boss that is holding you back from being your authentic self? Now's the time to break free from those limiting structures and choose authenticity as your destiny point. This is also a time where you want to think creatively and out of the box, thinking, innovation, that kind of thinking unconventionally, basically, unconventional thinking. This is a time where it is positive to act in a radical way, and an abrupt, sudden way that brings happiness into your life, that brings greater joy and contentment to your life. Um, Taurus deals with finances, love, beauty, the things in your material world, your values. All these things are getting shaken up, not stirred at this time. Uranus brings shocks and surprises, but they're not always positive surprises. Uranus can present a situation that's sudden, that you didn't expect it. That's a change that's coming forth because Uranus is seeing how you're stuck in a comfort zone, how you're holding yourself back. And Uranus wants to have you break out of that limiting structure and be your authentic self. And so when Uranus is retrograde, we're more turned inwards. We're more focused on an inner level. So, we may find that our internal, that we're rebelling against the limiting, shadowy aspects of ourselves. We're rebelling in a psychological way, psychologically. It's more of an inner rebellion. This is about, recognizing your relationship with the innovative part of you and naming it and claiming it, and choosing to put that on your docking station and using to hitch your star up to a wagon or hitch your wagon up to a star and move in those exciting new directions. This can also be rebelling against the inner goblins and demons inside yourself also. Rebellion may slow down all the activity for revolutions, protests, all this kind of things which Uranus is about may slow down or may be weakened or put on halt at this time. This can be rethinking the larger goals that you have in your life as well. This can be rethinking the limits that you put on yourself that hinder you from being who you truly want to be and who you truly need to be as part of your soul's contract in this life. Um, and so this may be a time where you want to change your internal outlook on the things in your life to something more positive and more peaceful. Um, so Uranus is going to go direct on the 30th of January next year in 2025 at 23 degrees of Taurus. So from the 1st of September to the 30th of January, we are reviewing Uranus-ruled matters. Now is the time to pivot when Uranus moves direct. And if you have any planet, point, or angle at 23 degrees to 27 degrees of Taurus with any of the fixed signs, you'll feel this retrograde more intensely. We're reflecting and reviewing what is valuable to us, what is important to us at this time. We're going through a review of that as well. The moon is also going to square Uranus. So the moon is in Leo, Uranus is in Taurus. I think they're squaring at 27 degrees of Leo and Taurus. So we may feel like we want to act out of impulse, like we want to be irritable, like we're feeling irritable at this time. We can have mood swings that can come about with this. There's strong need here to be free, and to have stimulation and excitement in your environment, to have no boring environment, to have no boring situation and circumstance. We want to shake things up. We want to spice things up. So that's what this is about. You may get distracted by a lot of things. It may be hard to focus on tasks as well. It's not good for sticking to boring routines and boring, ways that you've always been doing things. It's time to shake up those routines, do something different. And the other thing is um, not to confuse impulsivity with intuition. That's a big thing here. Do not confuse your impulses with what is feeling right to you on an intuitive level. This could be a time where we're feeling like breaking the stability of your life, to shake things up, to try new things. The moon is also going to sextile Mars, which offers us an opportunity to initiate new things. It offers us the courage and the daring spirit to go after what we want to go after. And it makes us more assertive in our lives. Now, the card that I received um for September 1st, what does the collective need to know on September 1st, 2024, is the spiral. You can see here the spiral card, but it was in the reverse position. Spiral in the reverse position. So I'm going to read to you from the guidebook what the essence of the card is. This is card number 50. The essence. From galaxies in the sky to diminutive shells at the beach, the spiral was found extensively in the natural world. Its shape in the form of a coiled serpent has been used since ancient times as a tool for growth and transformation. The spiral is a guide for entering deep into one's consciousness and the unknown, and then extending far out into the heavens. It is crucial to surrender to this journey until the exhausted paradigm dissolves in the depths of the psyche and its energy is released to give birth to a new reality. So there may be death or birth when it comes to an issue of your life and an area of your life. Where do you need to let something die and have a new beginning? Where does something need to be regenerated in your life? What area of your life requires a regeneration and requires a new, fresh start? For me, it's my perspective on oracle cards. It can be anything for you. And allow nothing to stop you from dying and rebirthing what you need to transform, and possibly let go at this time. It's a good idea to think about, what do you need to let go of at this time that's not serving you, that's holding you back, hindering you from being who you truly are and living the life that you want to live. Um, what is holding you back that you need to release, and let float down the stream at this time? So that's all I have for you today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.